Okay. So, do you remember the Depression influencing like your childhood at all? Do you remember your parents talking about it, like when you were young?
They talked about it.
What would they say about it?
Well, just how hard things were, lack of money. And
What were your parents' jobs?
they were farmers.
Both of them, and you lived on a farm? Did you live here, like in Fairfield, right?
Around Fairfield.
Okay.
Did you have to cut back on anything, like any of your stuff that you, like, since you didn't have as much money, did you guys have to cut back on stuff?
Do you remember ever having to like make sacrifices for the Great Depression?
We never got bought in clothes.
Never?
Hardly ever. My mother made our dresses and even our underwear.
Really?
Panties and slips and of course we didn't wear slacks back then. We wore long stockings.
That's awesome.
And they were cotton stockings.
And your mom would make everything for you? So you never got like anything from anywhere besides like food?
Once in a while, when school started, we got a new dress or a new jacket or whatever we needed.
Did your parents save a lot of money then? Do you remember
No.
them saving?
No.
No?
They couldn't save. They didn't have enough. When they went to the store to get groceries once a week or once every other week, they had to sell cream and eggs to get enough for some food. And if there was a few cents left, they would let us kids buy candy. But that's about the only candy we got.
So they never had like enough money to even save anything? It was just
No.
So I'm assuming you never went on any vacations or anything then, or family trips?
Never.
No. What would you do for fun when you were growing up?
Well, what I called fun was taking a trip to my grandmother's on Sunday for Sunday dinner.
Yeah.
And my other cousins would be there, and we'd have fun.
What would you do?
We'll just play outside. In the spring, we made hollyhock dolls.
You make dolls out of flowers?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And my grandmother always had a lot of bottles, and we'd have a playhouse and make colored water. And
So you'd like make your own fun instead of like using
Yeah.
toys and stuff that you bought?
yeah.
Did you have a job while you were young?
No.
No?
No.
Did you just help out on the farm and stuff?
Yeah.
Did you have to do a lot of chores?
Quite a few, yeah. We had to carry in wood and coal for our stove because that's what we burned for heat. And then we had to fill the oil lamps every night with kerosene. They were kerosene lamps. And we always had to, of course there was no TVs, no electricity at all. And we had to listen to the radio. It was a battery radio, so we had to limit our time because the battery would run down.
Did you like to listen to the radio?
Yeah.
What kind of things would you listen to?
Oh, Fibber McGee and Molly and a lot of shows.
So at what age did you get your first job?
Well, when I was in high school, I worked at the Maid-Rite and for my aunt at the McElhaney House.
What would you do there?
Waitress.
Would you say growing up in the Depression stage changed your lifestyle, your outlook on life?
Oh, I'm sure it did.
Do you think that you save more money now or like while you were like growing up because of the depression? Because your family like was so had to save a lot of money, do you think you carried that out for your life?
Probably.
Do you think it affected you like in a positive way at all? The depression?
Well, I think it made me appreciate things more. And I was real envious of the girls that got new clothes in high school, you know.
So tell us about like your family. How many siblings did you have?
I had a sister and 2 brothers.
And did they have jobs or did they just help
No,
around the farm also?
They were about the same age as I was. And the work we did on the farm was helping with the hay bales, loading them, and we had to pump water for the cattle into a big tank, you know, and that we had to do that twice a day because they drank a lot of water.
So, did you ever get really, really sick of doing chores and just like,
Oh, I'm sure I did.
like, oh, I would hate that. I couldn't do that.
I don't think I could
But
either.
I love to be outside, so.
That's good. What did you do did you do anything as a family, like have family nights?
We
and
had
such?
a lot of picnics,
Aw.
and I had an aunt and uncle from Ottumwa that would come down and bring part of their children, and they would bring pop and cheese, things that we never got.
But, what kind of things did you normally eat and get from the store when you went?
Oh, just food to prepare, you know, not, there were no potato chips, no junk food things.
So, like, what was your favorite food growing up?
Probably chicken, fried chicken.
Yeah, is that still your favorite, right?
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
and I had to help with the chickens.
Did you?
Mhm.
And then, so would you eat the chickens that you raised?
Mhm.
That's cool.
It was never hard for you. It'd be so difficult for me to see like my chickens and then eat them.
Well, I imagine it was hard, yeah, but we had to help dress the chickens, you know, and the folks didn't have a freezer, so what they dressed, they had to just eat right away or put in jars and can.
Did you help with that a lot, or
Yeah,
yeah? That's cool.
and help gather the eggs. And
Do you like love how we have all like electricity and stuff now?
it's nice, yeah.
It's nice. Can you
It's
even
really
believe?
nice.
Can you believe you even lived without it?
Yeah,
That's crazy. So,
and I think some of the young kids nowadays take things for granted. They don't appreciate.
I would say so, because if any of us had to like live for like a day how you had to live
Yeah.
every day, we couldn't do it.
See, we didn't have washers or dryers. Hung all our clothes on the line and had to heat the water on a little stove.
That's crazy. What else?
Do you think you would ever like change your life if you didn't have to grow up during the Depression? Do you think you would ever not grow up in that era?
Yeah, like if you could have changed it, would you?
Oh,
Like have it like growing up easier, having more money?
probably,
Probably.
yeah.
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 Do you think it made your family closer, having to do chores together and stuff?
I'm not sure because my sister never had to do anything outside. She didn't want to get her hands dirty, and
So she wouldn't have to?
so she she did housework, you know, worked in the house and
Mhm.
helped my mother with cooking,
And you did the
and
outside chores?
I helped milk cows and feed hogs, and
Did you like doing that stuff?
yeah, I liked it.
That's good. So you were born in 29, right? Is that what you said?
Right.
And so did your parents, when they used to talk about things being like hard with the money and stuff, did they ever, like what all did they say about that? Just that it was
I never in my life heard my parents complain,
really?
and they didn't have money at all.
Mhm. Do you think that they made a lot of sacrifices for you guys?
Oh, I'm sure they did, yeah.
Mhm.
Good.
All right. Thank you very much, Grandma.
Thank you.
Yes.